All right, so here's our quiz review for solving inequalities. Let's take a look at number 1. It says k over 5 minus 3 is less than or equal to negative 5. So step 1, we need to undo addition or subtraction. So we're going to get rid of this negative 3 by adding 3 to both sides. Negative 3, positive 3 cancel out, leaving us with k over 5 is less than or equal to, and on the right, negative 5 plus 3, different signs subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number. This is going to be negative 2. Step 2, undo multiplication or division. So we need to undo division by 5. So we're going to multiply by 5 on both sides. So on the left, the 5's cancel out, leaving us with k. This does not change, so it's going to be less than or equal to, and negative 2 times positive 5 is negative 10. Now on the graph, since it's or equal to, we're going to put a filled or solid circle on negative 10, and less than is left, so our arrow points to the left. Now let's take a look at number 2. 4n plus 7 is greater than negative 65. Step 1, undo addition subtraction. So we need to get rid of this positive 7. We're going to subtract 7 from both sides. The 7's canceled out, leaving us with 4n is greater than, and on the right, negative 65 minus 7, same sign, add them together and keep the sign. We get negative 72. Step 2, undo multiplication or division. So we need to undo multiplication by 4, which means we need to divide both sides by 4. 4n divided by 4 is n. This sign does not change. Negative 72 divided by positive 4 is negative 18. So now, since this is not or equal to, this is going to be a hollow circle on negative 18, and greater than, the arrow points to the right. All right, let's take a look at number 3. Negative 6 minus 9p is greater than or equal to 66. Step 1, undo addition or subtraction. That's going to be this negative 6 here, not the negative 9, because this negative 9 is right next to p, and that's multiplication. So the way we're going to get rid of negative 6 is by adding 6 to both sides. On the left, these cancel out, leaving us with negative 9p is greater than or equal to 72. Now, we need to undo multiplication by negative 9, so we need to divide both sides by negative 9. On the left, these cancel out, leaving us with p. On the right, 72 divided by negative 9 is negative 8. But here, since we had to divide by negative 9 to solve, this greater than or equal to switches to a less than or equal to. So our solution is p is less than or equal to negative 8. And when we go ahead and graph this, it's or equal to, so it's going to be a solid circle on negative 8, and our arrow pointing to the left. All right, number 4, we have negative 0.22 plus m over 4.8 is greater than 3.03. Step 1, undo addition or subtraction. So we need to get rid of this negative 0.22 by adding 0.22 to both sides. These cancel out, leaving us with m over 4.8 is greater than, and 3.03 plus 0.22 is 3.25. Next step, we need to undo division by 4.8. So we're going to need to multiply both sides by 4.8. On the left, these cancel out, leaving us with m is greater than, and on the right, 3.25 times 4.8 is 15.6. So that's our solution. M is greater than 15.6. Now to graph this, it's going to be a hollow circle, and 15.6 is going to be roughly in between 15 and 16. So hollow circle here, and arrow pointing to the right. All right, now for number 5, we have negative 5.1r plus 7.3 is greater than 97.57. Step 1, undo addition or subtraction. That's going to be this 7.3. Remember, again, it's not this negative 5.1 because that's right next to r, and that's multiplication. So we need to subtract 7.3 from both sides. These cancel out, leaving us with negative 5.1r is greater than, and 97.57 minus 7.3 is 90.27. Next step, we need to undo multiplication by negative 5.1. So we need to divide both sides by negative 5.1. On the left, these cancel out, And on the right, 90.27 divided by negative 5.1 is negative 17.7. And once again, since we had to divide by this negative 5.1, this greater than switches to a less than. So r is less than negative 17.7. We're going to need a hollow circle, and negative 17 is right here. So negative 17.7 is going to be a little bit more than halfway between negative 17 and negative 18. So about here, and it's less than, so our arrow points to the left. All right, number 6, last question. We have negative 11 tenths plus 7/5 n is less than 7 over 10. So step 1, undo addition or subtraction. We need to get rid of this negative 11 tenths by adding 11 tenths to both sides. These cancel out, leaving us with 7/5 n is less than, and 7 tenths plus 11 tenths, these already have common denominators, is going to be 18 over 10. So let's go ahead and now do our next step, which is undo multiplication by this fraction, 7/5. How do we undo multiplication by a fraction? We are going to flip and multiply. So we're going to multiply both sides by 5 over 7. These are going to cancel out, leaving us with n is less than. Over here, 5 and 10 can be divided by 5, so this becomes a 1 and this becomes a 2. Then 18 times 1 is 18, and 2 times 7 is 14. 18 over 14 can be simplified to 9 over 7. And for the sakes of graphing here, you definitely want to take this and convert it to a mixed number. So 9 over 7 is going to be 1 and 2/7. So our solution is n is less than 1 and 2/7. So again, it's going to be a hollow circle because it's not or equal to. 1 and 2/7 is just going to be a little bit past 1. And less than, our arrow points to the left. All right, I hope that this review has helped you to prepare for your quiz. Good luck.